A very good morning, students. So, here we are going to start today a new chapter after finishing the biotechnology principles and processes. Today, we are going to discuss about applications of biotechnology. Till now, we discussed all the principles and complete processes or the concepts in biotechnology, that which steps we use to introduce our gene of interest to make it good for the human beings, or in case of the plants, right? So here different or the major applications of biotechnology we will start, and today in this particular lecture we will take the first topic, that is the role of biotechnology in agriculture. But before that, where is biotechnology majorly used? To produce genetically modified crops. Means you are modifying your crops genetically, you are doing some interference with their genes so that you can get the better quality and better yield. That you need to understand, that in the case of plant biotechnology, they are doing some interference with the genome. So GMO, genetically modified organisms, genetically modified crops, they are produced for the better yield. Then to give the crop resistant from the pest, resistant होता है कि prevention pest, so that they can't attack on the crops. So something has to be developed, that plant they can naturally fight against the pest. Then use of biotechnology in therapeutics, then in the wastewater treatment, and in making genetically modified organisms, which are very frequently these days used for research. So these are some very major applications of biotechnology. Now, when biotechnology, we say there are three important areas in which biotechnology work. First, we said it majorly works with formation of anything, animals or plants. So providing improved organism, it can be microbes, it can be enzymes from microbes which act as a catalyst, anything, providing the optimum conditions. Biotechnology, when we say the processes, you know that temperature, pH needs to be, sterilization condition should be very, very important. So optimum condition for the enzyme to work in efficient manner. Then downstream processing, the culture of genes at market level, or you can say culture of genes at higher level, a large production of genes. So the main target of biotechnology is to produce something improved by changing in their genetic structure, to provide the sterilization condition so that their enzymes can efficiently work, and to produce their genes at a very, very more quantity or at a very high level. Now, the first topic we are going to take today is applications of biotechnology in agriculture. The scientists, they have had three options by which they can increase the food production. That is agrochemical based agriculture, means you can use the chemical, or you just do not use any chemical, not a single chemical, that is called organic agriculture. Or three farmers, third option, best option, that is producing genetically engineered crops based agriculture, right? So GMOs, sometimes students ask me, ma'am, what is GMOs? First is GMOs, they are genetically modified organisms. Who can be called as GMOs? Plants, bacteria, fungi, animals whose genes they have been altered. There is some change in their genes have been done by manipulation. They are called GMOs, genetically modified organism. The what is the use of these GMOs in our agriculture biotechnology? We told you that our main purpose is who is troubling the farmer, that is the pest. So the purpose is to make crops more and more tolerant to the abiotic stress. Either it is a heat, either it is a salt condition, or it is a dry condition, or it is a cold condition, or to fight with the insects. The main scientist's aim is to reduce the dependence of crops on the chemical. So help to reduce the pest harvest loss, because many farmers every year they face कि उनकी क्रॉप्स जो हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा कम यील्ड करती हैं ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द अटैक बाय द पेस्ट. सो ये मेन एम था बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, जो प्लांट बायोटेक्नोलॉजी है, एग्रीकल्चर बायोटेक्नोलॉजी है. देयर मेन एम इज़ सो दैट दे कैन रिड्यूस पेस्ट हार्वेस्ट लॉस. Increased efficiency of mineral usage by plants, and this prevents early exhaustion of fertility of soil. Basically जो sometimes what happened is कि there is, due to the absorption of minerals, fertility of soil is lost. So the change in the plant's capacity for the absorption of the minerals at a right time, that was also important. And the major concern was the enhanced nutritional value, like vitamin A, which was developed by the vitamin A enriched rice, golden rice. They are developed by the biotechnology method. So majorly their aim was to make the crops more tolerant to abiotic stresses, then to reduce the dependence of plants on chemical pesticides, to reduce the loss which is mainly faced by farmers because of the pest, increased efficiency of mineral usage by the plants, not only the absorption, usage by the plants, so that the fertility of soil can be maintained somehow, producing the crops which have greater nutritional value, like they produced vitamin A enriched rice, which is known as the golden rice. Now, how to obtain pest resistant plants? Let's see the one example that how scientists they produced the plants which were pest resistant. They used a gene that was known as Bt gene, right? Bt is why this was known as Bt gene, that I will tell you in a moment. It is the Bt gene. Now this concept of producing pest resistant plants, it was based on the principle that there is a bacteria called Bacillus thuringiensis. It produces a protein. It produces a very specific protein which can kill lepidopterans. Now, what are lepidopterans? Lepidopterans are worms, tobacco bird worms, army worms, beetles, flies, mosquitoes. They all belong to this family, lepidopterans, and they attack on any kind of crop. So the mainly to produce pest resistant plants, they choose a bacteria which is called Bacillus thuringiensis. And what is the speciality of this bacteria? Its protein was the control. Its protein was very important for us because it was going to kill the worms. So what they did, a bacillus has a gene and we need this gene And Bacillus thuringiensis gene is known as cry gene, and later on scientists they give it a name BT gene because this gene was recovered from Bacillus thuringiensis, and it is responsible for production of a protein, a very crystalline protein called cry protein. Name of the gene was cry gene or BT gene, and it produced cry protein. Now, what the scientists did, they took out this toxin gene from Bacillus thuringiensis, added it into the plant, cotton plant. So now we are having plant plus BT genes. So these plants, cotton plants, were named as BT plants. It was experiment was done on BT cotton, BT tobacco also. And now cry protein is not active protein. Cry protein is an inactive protein in the form of prototoxins in plants. Once they introduced this gene, it was not an active one, it was present as an inactive. So inactive, ये NEET का question है बच्चों, inactive portion of protein, of cry protein, it is known as prototoxins. Now pest, it reaches on tobacco plant or cotton plant. It start eating the plant. The moment it eats the plant, it engulf the inactive protein. Inactive protein reaches to the gut of the insect, उसकी stomach में पहुंचती है. Here is alkaline pH. So now this protein get active. It becomes inactive. It was known as prototoxins. When it become active, now it is known as active insecticidal toxin in the gut of the pest. Alkaline pH, it solubilize the crystals, and activated toxin, they bind to the surface of epithelial cells of midgut of insects, and it create pores there. This cause the cell to swell and rupture, and finally the death of the pest. So basically what is happening in the normal condition, when any pest is not visiting the plant, the cry protein is in inactive form, and that inactive form is known as prototoxin. Once a pest eats the plant, it engulfs, it ingests the inactive protein in the alkaline pH which is present in the gut of the pest. Now this inactive protein, it changes into active insecticidal toxin. And because this is a crystallization protein, so alkaline pH in the gut of the pest, it solubilize all the crystals of the protein, and these bind to the surface of epithelial cells of midgut and start creating pores. It causes swelling, rupturing, and cause the death of the pest. So this is how a crop or a plant can be saved from the large attack of the pests naturally. Right, you are not applying any chemicals. Plant is naturally able to fight with the pest. Now choice of gene, here we decided the BT gene, but the choice of gene depends on the crop, depends on your experiment, depends on the target pest, as most of BT toxin are insect group specific. Proteins which are encoded by the gene, usually they are cry1, these are important things, cry1AC and cry2AB. Again, cry1AC protein and cry2AB protein, they kill cotton bollworms. Protein encoded by Cry1AB. It kill corn borers. अब now बच्चे यहाँ गलती करके आते हैं. Cry1AC. It kills cotton bollworms. Cry1AB. It kills corn borers. Gene Cry3AB. It is used to control Colorado potato beetle. Colorado potato beetle. Cry3BB. It is used to control corn root worm. So this is given in your NCERT, and every single line is a question for your NEET. If you don't want to trust any teacher, then don't trust. We cannot force you to trust, but it's very, very fixed that 80 to 85% paper is directly from NCERT. Still, if many students, they don't want to read their Bible, there is not a problem. There is not a case. This is a very important book, which is every single line is important for you. Now, to obtain pest resistant plant, this was the simply you added the gene, but there is some another technology, last technology we will take to obtain pest resistant plants by using RNA interference technique. Look at the name, RNA interference technique. You are going to interfere with RNA here. So RNA interference, it is a method which involves silencing of specific RNA, specific mRNA by double stranded RNA. मतलब आपने mRNA को एक्सप्रेस होने से रोक दिया है किसी तरह से. Double stranded RNA bind to mRNA and prevent the translation of mRNA. This technique is used to provide protection in tobacco species. Tobacco पे एक nematode बहुत commonly attack करता है, that is called Meladogini incognitia. Meladogini incognitia. And this nematode, it infect the roots of tobacco plant very, very badly and cause the 90% damage to the crop. So to prevent protection from this tobacco pest, Meladogini incognitia, this interference technology was developed. What is the procedure? They used a plant vector called Agrobacterium vector, and they introduced nematode specific genes into it. Nematode specific, those genes, which is the nematode? Nematode is Meladogini incognitia. So they introduced the genes which were important for the growth of nematode, and then they introduced into the tobacco plant. Introduced DNA was in such a form that they produce double stranded RNA into the host cell. Now, when nematode, it come and attacked on these modified plants, it transcribe its DNA to mRNA. Now, these plant already are having double stranded RNA. So these silence the mRNA of nematode. So parasite was not able to survive in the host, and tobacco plant was protected from the pest. Listen to me again. What was the vector which was used? Agrobacterium vector. And in this vector you added which kind of genes? Nematode specific genes, which were important for the growth of nematode. And once they introduced this gene, DNA was formed. This DNA changed into RNA, and this DNA was introduced in such a way that it produced double stranded RNA. Now all the transgenic tobacco plants, they were having already double-stranded RNA. And when nematode attacked on the plant, these modified plants, it started transcribe its DNA into mRNA, but already जो double standard RNA plants में present था, उसने जाके इस mRNA को silence कर दिया, pest के mRNA को, and pest was not able to survive in the host, in the transgenic plant, and tobacco was protected. Then third is usually plant biotechnology is mainly for the to enhance the nutritional value. Two scientists, Ingo Portricus and Peter Bear, they developed golden rice. What is the scientific name of golden rice? Oryza sativa. And they introduced a beta carotene gene, which is a precursor of vitamin A, very similar to vitamin A. So it increased the yield of golden rice, and these golden rice, they were rich in which vitamin? Vitamin A. That was the main purpose of biotechnology in case of plants, to obtain pest resistant plants by introducing normal gene method, by RNA interference technology method, and secondly then to enhance the nutritional value. Next lecture we will talk about the other application of biotechnology in the medicine, right? So I will meet you in the lecture number 2 from the same chapter, but with the another topic, that is with the medicine.